Yo. Okay. So I think this is interesting. Okay, so also we're doing about 100 matches per season. So that's nice consistency. The peak is plat 2 and we're in gold. So first of all, I want to tell you that this is not a bad place to be. I mean, it's a good place to be. And I think you've done a great job of identifying the difficulties, right? It is a fast game. Yeah, it's known as a fast game. It's known as a constant game, right? There's constant action. It's very three-dimensional. People can be behind you, above you, below you, to the side of you, and they can move quickly and all this kind of stuff. So it is like this, right? And like you said, it happens where I don't know where people are and I don't know what is happening. So like we're probably referring to, sometimes this can happen regardless, but especially during team fights, right? Now there's a lot of abilities happening and people are moving all over the place, so it's very common to not know what's going on. But we want to avoid dying, right? We want to have a few tricks up our sleeve and sort of raise our comprehension over time, and just get any success we can. Losing track of enemies because they move around me. So we'll check out, the aim situation, see what it's like. Yeah. So stuff like this is like, so I'm not finding them before it's too late. Yeah, I mean, this is part of the game as well. It's not really, it's not always easy to tell where somebody is or where something is happening or being able to get there, because most characters are also movement limited. So you kind of have to just deal with what you have rather than being able to be there for everybody all the time, because it's pure competition, right? We're doing something and the other team is doing something right back. So it's like I won't get the opportunities to have everything work well for me. I have to just work with what I get. And get shot in the back, definitely happens. So you're not alone. Okay, so yeah, and just getting better at dive. I mean, people just get better at judging openings when they just keep doing it. Like they don't necessarily know what they're doing either, right? We'll check out the alt usage, and then yeah, this is another like classic thing of getting better at the game, is to know what we're doing with our buttons and know what we're doing with our abilities. So this is like something everybody is not necessarily good at, like that's part of like the difficulty of it. It's like you have to play the shooter, the game, like the three-dimensional game. You also have abilities on a timer, and then you also have like the combination of buttons you gotta press. That's like, and then there's other stuff to do as well, like tracking other people's ultimates and their abilities and tracking, tracking other stuff. So it's like there's a long road of like getting the things that we can do better, but we don't have to do everything. We just want to get in the game a little bit more. But yeah, I do think this is part of the game, though. I would say that the not knowing what's going on and dying to some shit that we don't understand, that's part of the game. I think, strategist is something we can adapt to, but we do want good aim on strategist, because you have to a lot of times you have to aim here, aim here, aim here, aim here, and be able to juggle things like that on strategist. What am I supposed to do? So that's like what we're going to be talking about today, where I am going to go over the VOD review. But yeah. But yeah, let's check it out. We'll just start from the top. So we can check out a win, but we're going to check out the loss. I haven't really played the Thing. I'm not a Thing expert. Let me see if you played another hero. I'm not a Thor expert either. Okay, fuck it. But I should be able to help out anyway. We're just going to take a look. Yeah, Blade is very good this season. I mean, he's not like the only good character. There's a lot of good characters. Alright, so first of all, we can talk about, this is pretty important, is to like know what the maps are. So we have these two openings. We can come on top, we can come around corner, and then here's the whole middle. And then we also have this place in the back that has the two paths. And this is like that too. If we go through here, there's these two paths, and then also there's this path out here. So most of the time we won't really touch these, but these are all part of the game. And then this goes into this path. And so this is where these people are coming from. So check that out. So we're taking a side path right now, and we're seeing another flank DPS. So I think you're probably familiar with these words, like they're flanking and they're DPS, and then the rest of our team is going straight. So nice. So overall, it was good. Overall, we had a good series of moves there. Let's review it. So it's sort of all or nothing when we're going against DPS in these situations. We can, as we get into different situations, we can cut back to our team. We can cut to a health pack. We can do stuff like this. But the simple truth of it is, it's like me versus them, right? It's a 1v1. All right, so let's check it out. First of all, we steadied ourselves. She has to cut. She's gonna either come to us or go somewhere else. We're not really chasing her right off the bat, so this is fine. We have a gun. It's a pretty good gun, right? And overall, it's pretty good aim in the sense of like you're aiming dead on target. You're kind of optimizing towards headshots, so it's going pretty well. And so we've put quite a bit of damage on her, and now she's gotten close enough to damage her. So I don't know if you've used Black Cat. So there's a pretty important thing that she does. Right, so first she grabbed the coins from us and did a little bit of damage. Then she used her dash to come in. And now she's gonna, I guess, I don't know what she did. But anyway, she's using this thing called Phantom Pursuit. So she is, where is she? So when we see this border around here, it means that they're invulnerable. So they can't be touched by damage or CC. So this whole time while she's doing this slash, she can't be affected by anything. And now that she's back here, she can be affected again. So it's tough. This is what, like, Black Cat is a very strong character, right? But if we just know that, it's not like we'll be able to react to that in real time all the time. But it's something to know, right? But anyway, this worked really well, right? She's up close. We can stop with the gun, and we can get in there and just dash into her with the melee, right? So it looks good. We're doing what we need to do. She's going to go ahead and hit us with a pretty hard hitting move. And then she rotated around us. So if we're playing melee characters, this is bread and butter. Bread and butter. This happens all the time. So we need a faster sensitivity to engage in this fight specifically. We just couldn't keep up with the sensitivity there. Or it's not just sensitivity, actually, because we're on keyboard and mouse. So it's actually like, we might have to, you know what I mean? Like, this is part of playing on PC and playing competitively. We might need a bigger mouse pad. If our mouse pad is not like one of the really big ones, that's something that most like players that do nowadays is get like a big mouse pad. Like Logitech has one. That's the one that I use, to be honest, right now. They have one, whatever. It's like 20 bucks, I think. So that's like something a lot of players will use, including like pro players and stuff like that. So it's just like the biggest, longest one, and we just put that on our desk. So that way we don't have and then the basics of aim, that way we're not missing mouse pad. That way we can run around people and not run out of room, right? This would be faster than my normal aim or my normal sensitivity, but still, right? But anyway, the other thing about aim is when we increase our sensitivity a bit, it becomes harder to stay steady. So, but this is just something about it, right? Well, I have to look at more aim, but I'll just go ahead and say right off the bat, more of your gameplay. But like, yeah, it's just like a steadiness. We have to like bring the mouse steady into our hand and also steady our arm or whatever, giving us like a steadiness, and then also we can be fast. So that's just something that everybody has to do. Nice. That's perfect. See, or not see. My bad. It's because you kind of beat yourself up a little bit, so I'm jumping in like that. But yeah, very strategic, right? 2 dashes, and then we switch to the fast form, and now we're back into the fight. And you're using your camera. You're looking around. You're ready to see what's happening. So we did die early. I mean, we did it honest 1v1. So it's not like we did something terrible. We just engaged in a fight, and that's how it went. And now this is happening, right? So our team has survived, and they're not doing that bad, and nobody's got the point yet, and the fight is happening right here. So it's pretty good conditions for us. So we're gonna go ahead and just go in immediately with the sword. So at some point we switched off of vampire. So we were on vampire, and then we switched off. So we want to stay on it because now we're not, because the vampire mode gives us faster swings and also gives us the ability to take damage from this guy. So I don't know if that was intentional or not. Okay. So that's kind of why we died so quick. As Blade, we're kind of relying on that to gain health back as we attack enemies. But overall, it was a pretty good setup to just jump in the match, work with what the team is doing, and we immediately just attack this guy, and we tried to stay on him, right? But basically our team was already in trouble. So it's like expected that we just lose this first fight. So that we couldn't really have an impact on this fight is fine, right? They were already about to be surrounded and attacked, and then we just got there and was a part of it as well. One thing we could have done, it didn't really matter anymore at that point, but is on this guy we have a right click, which is our shield, so we can shield and block damage, and then we use our shift to get out and shield again. The shield is on a timer, so we can't use it constantly, but yeah, that's just a common Blade move. So this is a pretty aggressive one. We don't know these people are here, but like they're flanking, right? They're using magic and Black Cat. So basically that gives us a lot of stuff that we kind of have to do here. Alright, so that was a fast death. This is why, you know, we can't just say like, oh, we should just rank up out of gold. You know, gold is no joke as well. You know what I mean? It's a legit competition. So they waited for you because you're the last one coming in. And you're getting attacked by 2 people, yeah. So that's why it's like unsurvivable, is because it's 2 people. If it was just Black Cat, you wouldn't have died that quick. But this one's like almost a one-shot with magic in addition to that. So that's reasonable. So yeah, they've kind of made a strong attack because they secured the point, and then they had 3 people come around here, and it made the team worry because they don't want to get attacked from behind while they're doing this. So now they're wasting all this time fighting back in their spawn. So it is what it is, and they're not able to stay alive. So in general, this one's going to be very hard to win. I like Blade specifically because he can go into vampire form with the blade, and then he can do a dash onto somebody, and the dash stuns them. It stuns them, right? And also you can catch up with them. So it's pretty good against divers. But another thing we can do is just play Namor. Namor makes it's just the easiest thing to do against divers, because I don't know if you ever use them, but yeah, you just throw the squids up. You gotta like get pretty good at throwing squids up. You can't just like not do anything, right? But I think, I mean, you're using strategy. You don't look that bad. And basically it's just going to do tick damage to them at all times, and it's going to make their life a lot harder. It's not going to just like win the game, but it's just one of the easiest things to do when we're struggling a lot with this. Okay, so I can give you some feedback right here.